Hi guys, my name is Meads. This is going to be a review for Playwright Sky, and we have Wonder Woman. This is from the movie Batman vs Superman. Here we go. I got mine from Amiami. I wasn't sure if there's gonna be a shortage of this one, which sometimes happen on Playwright Sky. So I went ahead and pre-ordered just in case. Anyways, here's the box. Quite nice. And I believe that is the photo of the figure. On the back side here, got some awesome shots, black and white. Yeah, the boxer has that dark gray look to it as well. So that's pretty much it there. And now let's take a look inside here. It's a windowed box. So we got the figure. So far it looks nice. You got the shield, you got the lasso, you got the sword, variety of hands. A little bit of info right there. Interesting. Alright, so that's it for the box. I'm gonna go ahead and open it and check out the figure. Alright, so we have Wonder Woman here. She stands about 9 inch. And that's kind of like your standard for Playwright Sky. Some of them are actually a little bit taller, just depending on which series you get it. But yeah, she looks amazing. Way better than the first one. The first one, I think maybe more of the kind of like the comic version. This one is more of like the upcoming movies or the Batman vs Superman that came out recently. And yeah, well, the first one having an issue with the belly kind of sticking out. I think that's the main concern on that one. Yeah, I don't know why they did that, but on this one, I haven't seen much flaws yet. But yeah, you still have that typical Playwright Sky. Little paint, mishap here and there. Yeah, which I'll cover in a bit. But yeah, she looks great. Really nice. And one thing that it's kind of a concern that right away is the skin color and the joint color, and how it is. The joint color, it's not too bad depending on what lighting you use. It is a little lighter. It doesn't have the shading as the rest of the body have, so you still have that little issue there, even on the back side here, and especially when you bend this. I mean, the joint is there, it cannot be helped. You need to have a joint somewhere, and this is not like the higher end figures which has the cloth or everything already had actually like silicone and the joint is inside, so it's not like that. But nonetheless, it's great. Just standing like this, she looks awesome. Paint wise, you got that metallic blue, metallic red, the gold, a little bit of silver. You got that brown. Really nice overall. The hair itself, it's not too bad. It's a bit glossy, but that's play arts there. But yeah, not too bad. The face, obviously it's not gonna be very similar to the actress Gal Gadot, but it's close enough. Has the same facial structure, so it's great. Got that serious look on her. Quite nice. And I think that's it in terms of just talking over the paint color scheme. Right, let's go over articulation. Alright, so for articulation, let's start with the neck here. She can move fairly good. Not much issues. You look up, down, side to side. The hair is flexible, so it does move out of the way as you move her whole head. And even the neck doesn't really show much gaps, which is good. I like that. I mean, on the back there is, but you have the hair covering it. Now onto the shoulder. The shoulder, it's this design here. Does not swing forward, which I like. I think this is more of a stable, and it's not gonna break. I have a fair share of where the one that swivel forward, it breaks. Well, not recently, but the earlier ones. So I'm not sure if they fixed that issue. But yeah, not too bad. There is a slit here, and some, as always, Playwright Sky have the soft parts, especially the chest and the waist. So her chest, you got that soft silicone. Even here, you can feel it. Her boobs, yeah, some of you are gonna be asked. It's not going to be squishy at all because of that armor or how much plastics in that part or silicone. But yeah, and there is a little slit there on both sides. So I guess that's when it helps the silicone flex if you're gonna move her shoulder around. I mean, unfortunately, there is gonna be gaps like that, but depending on how you pose her, you can get away of not showing that, even that slit there, like this pose here. You're just gonna be a little crafty with the angles. Yeah, but yeah, it's there. It can be helped, I guess. Then you got your ratcheting joint here, which you can move around. You have a bit of a twist there. You can move this. So that's great. You don't really have a bicep swivel other than the joint there. And it's actually good that you don't have a bicep swivel, especially on this side. Otherwise, yeah, you're gonna have that nasty seam. Then you got your elbow articulation there. Likewise, again, the elbow is not too bad. Then you have your gauntlets here. You got your wrist joint. There we go. Onto the torso. You got your, let's see here. It's a double bolt joint. Yeah. You can actually see it. It's a black peg there. Then you have your waist as well. It's probably the same. Then you have the straps here. This is for the lasso. And this is for the sword. You just move around. It's strapped in here. Yep. Then you got your skirt. You got your side skirt here. The front is a bit concave. You know, it's kind of flattened inward. Yeah. On the back side, she does have a butt right there, but there's a bit of a hollow thing, so you can actually see a lot of joints there. Kind of curious why didn't they fill that a little bit more. I mean, you do have the skirt covering it, so probably there's a reason for that. Or maybe if you want to do some dynamic jumping pose. Yeah, but I mean, obviously she's not going to be having this pose here. But you still kind of can if you want to have a little bit of a butt picture if you want to. But yeah, from the backside, not too bad. But if you do lift this, you have that huge gap there. Which again, we're not going to be looking at that. And let's see here, for the waist, you got the ratcheting joint. As you can see there. You have that little swivel there for the tie. And for the knee, it's double jointed. And as always with Play Arts Guy, you gotta have really push in a bit. There's a knee armor separate. It's a little odd, especially how it separates from that. Excuse me, I gotta clear my throat. And yeah, it's not too bad, but at the same time, it's not too great either. It's a little weird for me, still with the Play Arts Guys. Sometimes they pull it off nicely. I think it just depends on how big the knee armor is. Yeah, I kind of wish it kind of covers more of the joint, but you know, it is what it is. So you get that knee bend right there. Then moving on, you have your ankle joint here, similarly. And you have your toe joint right there. Yep. So this one's not too bad. It's not scraping off anything. I remember I had a Play Arts Guy before, when you do the toe joint, not good. But this one, actually pretty good. Although the paint here, it's a little off again. How they paint on top of the mold. Yeah. Maybe I have to retouch it. Maybe just line up the edges. That way it feels like it's more inside than just painted same as the others. Yeah, just a few things. So this part here is actually part of the leg. And it's actually great though that they have that. Yeah, overall, articulation wise, it's really awesome. You can do a lot of cool poses with her. Yeah, really amazing. Alright, so that's that. Let's go over accessories. Alright, so let's start with the lasso here. So you got you know, the rope, the magical. And this is it. There's no other lasso here that you can manipulate or for her to hold. Yeah, so we just have this, and just gonna be hanging here onto the side. And there you go. It's just for props. But you do have the sword, which is one of her iconic weapons, which can be mounted here or stashed there on her waist. There we go. And lastly, you have the shield here. So for the shield, you got some nice molding here. You got this bird here. Maybe the crest, her crest or something. I'm not too familiar with Wonder Woman. But it is a nice shield. And then you get the arm straps here and the handle. The handle is soft enough, and it's actually a little tricky to put that on, which we'll do in a bit. In terms of hands, you have your closed fist here. And you have your somewhat relaxed hands. So you have that. Maybe you can use this to hold the lasso, but yeah, you can't really do much with that. Actually, maybe you can. You can probably buy something from a craft store, like a golden thread, and maybe just use this as kind of like the other end of that, and maybe you can have her kind of swing with that or the other end of the rope. Maybe that will work, but that's something that needs to be added. Other than that, you have your pair of hands for the weapon, so you can wield the sword either side, as well as the same hand is to use to hold. Actually, hold on, let me check on that. Actually, you can't. I thought maybe you can. Well, maybe you can put the sword, but I guess this is just for the shield. Sorry, I stand corrected on that one. I thought you can do them both. Alright, so let's put this on here. There we go. So to put the shield on, I guess you can either put the hand first, but the problem is if you put the... Oh, what am I trying to say here? If you put the hand here, actually, you know what? Maybe that's the best way. Put this on here first. But make sure, if you're doing this for the first time, make sure to put the hand first on the wrist. That way it'll loosen up. If you're doing it the first time, it's gonna be tough putting the peg joint in. So, there, this should be fine now. There we go. Alright. So, make sure to loosen that wrist joint first. Alright, then you have the shield there. Now for the other side. Now, I find this a little tough to do. The pommel here, or the base of the, or the back end of the handle, does not come off or anything, so it's a solid piece. Has some nice details to it though. And you have the handle here, which has a little bit of give. So you really need to push it in, and you kind of see a little bit of the plastic getting peeled off there from the rubbing. So, whoops. Even then, it's kind of hard to put it on. So you put in between the thumb and the rest of the finger, and you kind of just slide it and roll it in as you go. And there you go. Yeah, that's a little tough. And even taking it out, that's the same thing. And the plastic or the handle has some texture to it. It will kind of grab onto the plastic inside. And unfortunately, they have that design. Yeah. Oh well. I mean, she does hold this quite nicely and securely, so just don't take it out too often. Alright, so let's put this on here. And there we go. You have the sword. Likewise, you can hold the sword backwards, which I've done. I've actually posted pictures on, I think, on my Facebook. You can check that out. But yeah, definitely really amazing with that sword and shield, the combo. Yeah, really great. And I think that's pretty much it for the review. do I recommend this figure? Very much. This is a really nice Player Art Sky. If you really like Wonder Woman, especially in the new upcoming movies, yeah, this is a really great figure. It's a great display piece on the shelf. And for the most part, it does kind of look like the new Wonder Woman. I'm not sure if they're making Wonder Woman on other scales. Yeah, I'm not sure if they make one for figure arts. Maybe the other companies are going to make one. But other than the Player Arts Guide, there is the Hot Toys. But Hot Toys, it's the foot tall figures. So yeah. But for me, I'm actually quite glad for the Player Arts Guide making this Wonder Woman. It's great for the most part. And there you go. If you got questions, let me know. I got this through Amiami. And I'm fairly sure that you can get this quite easily. Maybe it will hit stateside within a month. But yeah, definitely it's a great figure. Anyways, that's about it. If you got questions, let me know. So until then, this is Meats. Thanks for watching.